So then, Abbo, obviously the FA Cup dream comes to an end, but it has been a great campaign for the team, a historic first ever cup run.
It has, yeah, and I think when the pill's gone down that I've swallowed today, I'll reflect on some good results. You know, a fantastic day at Bromsgrove and a heroic performance across 2 legs against Walsall Wood, and a really unbelievable display against Redditch. You know, we were a higher ranked side than we played today, and but today, you know, right now we'll lick our wounds a little bit because we're far better than that scoreline, and perhaps didn't quite do ourselves justice today. You know, silly mistakes, sloppy goals, poor goals off set pieces have produced a scoreline which doesn't really, as I say, doesn't tell the story of how competitive we are, really matching ourselves against sides of that level. So disappointed. Obviously,
at the start of the game today, there was another change of system, very much like the Redditch game. Worked at the Redditch game. It was very stubborn to begin with. Changed of system at half time. It was a lot more fluent and a lot in attacking third.
Yeah, well, the game plan was the same for different reasons. We're trying to exploit different areas. I'd done my homework on them, and I did expect them to be 3-4-1-2 actually, 3 at the back, and it was with that in mind. But you can only prepare so much, and they've gone 4-4-2. But we still felt that we could exploit things and just keep it tight. Really, we wanted to get in a 0-0. The goals were awful. The first goal was awful off our throw-in. Liam puts his hand up and knows he's made a mistake there, and we've just let them counter us there with men over, and and it was a really poor goal to give up. And then we've had one cleared off the line, obviously, and then a great chance from Luca when he's gone in one-on-one. So the first half really take that goal out of it, and the system was a little bit narrow and non-football, but that was what we knew. And if we'd have gone in at 0-0, we'd have been delighted, then opened the game up. And then obviously second half, as you say, we've switched the system up and gone with the wingers we had to, because we needed to get back in the game. And then before long, we've ended up going 3 at the back because we fell 3-1 behind. And at 1-1 when we got the goal back, you know, I could only see us going on and winning the game. It's just a shame that they've got the noses back in front so quickly and taken the wind out of our sails.
And characteristically, we have been shipping a few goals of late. I mean, there's been quite a few changes of personnel, but also through the middle of the park. Again, a number of personnel changes here and there. I mean, I'm sure it'd be nice to get a bit more of a settled side going forward.
Yeah, it would. It's not a conscious thing. Neil Mack's obviously been in and out injured, pulled his hamstring, then had a 2-week layoff, and that's changed us around a little bit, and then come back in against the Griff when we've had Darius unavailable for the game, and centre half's unavailable, so meant Jean's had to go and sit in against the Griff, so it's changed our blend there. Then Mack has picked up a hamstring strain again, so yeah, it has been a little bit mix and match really, with Nathan probably being the continuous presence. We need to settle down a little bit, but that happens sometimes. It's non-league football with availability, and they're good enough players to adapt. It's not an excuse. Wednesday wasn't good enough, and although, you know, we've been beaten by a side 2 leagues higher today, and in patches we've looked okay. You know, for me and the lads inside, we just talked about it. They know we're better than that as well. So that's 2. You know, Wednesday we gave the benefit of the doubt and said it's been a long time since we've given a really bad performance like that. Today wasn't a dreadful performance, but we're far better, and the lads know that, and we'll look to step it up now.
Obviously, it's been an incredible experience for the supporters to experience FA Cup football after just one season. A word on the supporters here today.
Oh, they were amazing. They were just they were incredible today. We've turned this into a home game. You know, it just makes you. I stopped and had a little look at one point, and it just makes you just daydream, doesn't it, about if we had our own little facility like this, and you know what every game would be like. They are just incredible. You know, I can't say enough about them. It's just why would you want to be anywhere else? And they're putting on a show for these amazing supporters, and we're gutted, and we're so sorry that the journey's ended today, when maybe we had an opportunity to go another stage.
Ordinarily, we'd probably trot out the cliche of focusing on the league at this stage, but as we know, there's quite a few cup competitions still to play for, and the games in the cups do come thick and fast in the coming weeks.
Well, yeah, and if we'd have won Wednesday, you could say that, couldn't you? But then what a rubbish statement that would be after losing Wednesday, probably with one eye on this. You know, this was a big factor in Wednesday, having kind of done a bit of a post-mortem on what happened Wednesday, and we didn't take care of business in the league, so, you know, that's, it doesn't apply, does it, because we put our foot in it on Wednesday. But we'll move onwards and upwards from here, and we've got a terrific group of players, and you know, we'll be fine. And the cup competitions, we're going to take everything seriously. We're not going to throw anything. We've got to deal with the backlog of games, and we're good enough, and we have a deep enough squad to do that.
We've not really spoken an awful lot about the league campaign, obviously touching on those cup matches, but it's looking like a hell of a competitive league this season with results everywhere at the moment.
Yeah, we'll see. It's quite tight, isn't it? I think we had, although we're distraught with Wednesday, and we are, win our games now, we're still only 3 points off the top, so it's not stretched out at all yet. There's nobody running away or looking at commanding. Although Cov have had good results, but they've got smashed as well, haven't they, in the league? So they're obviously susceptible to that. As are we on Wednesday, it seems. So Bromsgrove have been up and down. It's going to be tight. I think we'll see the other side of Christmas. So I'm going to adopt my philosophy from last season and not looking at the league table now. I think till after Christmas, and we'll see what we can put together in terms of a run.
Well, otherwise, congratulations on a good historic cup run.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Abbo.